Stern musical moment.
Yeah. Wow. Jackie, go for it. Great moment.
This is the Howard Stern Show.
Yep. And just a reminder, in our Chicago listening area, the fist is coming and Man Queer's sphincter is spasming as we speak. The Man Queer is getting ready for his fist. I will take to the stage. I'm getting your faxes. There's one from Chicago says Man Queer's sphincter is spasming. He knows he's going down in Chicago. We will have a huge rally when we become number one there with Robin, Fred, Jackie, myself, all fisting. All fisting. And, of course, Steve Dahl will join us on stage if he would like, and I will allow him to F the skull of Man Queer's dead daddy, who I goof on every day, and Man Queer still does not respond, being the pussy that he is. Hey, pussy, puss, puss, puss boy, Man Queer's daddy. F his daddy's dead skull. What's the matter, Man Queer? Can't you fight back? Afraid to mention me? Every day in Chicago, I continue to play constant reminders of what a puss bag Man Queer is and how his fisting and his sphincter will be spasming on stage. I keep playing them over and over again relentlessly, and he sits there like the puss bag that he is. Where's my puss boy, Man Queer? Where's my sex dog? Oh, am I going to give you the fist in Chicago? It'll bend over. Keep dreaming if you think it won't. Bend over and accept your God. And when I take my private parts and F his daddy's dead skull, I'm going to lube his daddy's eye socket. I'm going to take a big skull of your daddy's head. The daddy that just died from embarrassment from being your daddy. And I'm going to lube his eye socket on stage. I'm going to have a whole crew of people fisting you. I'm going to let Fred fist you. I'm going to have Steve Dahl, Fred, and Jackie and Robin fist you. All different orifices. And you'll beg for more because you're a dog. I'm going to let interns fist your dead daddy's skull on stage. You don't even defend your dead daddy. If my daddy died, there was a guy talking about fisting my dead daddy's skull, I'd be on there defending. Why don't you come on? Why don't you get on the air and talk about it? I'm talking about your daddy, man. The daddy that just died. You won't defend your daddy? Of course not, because you're a pussy. That's how much of a puss you are. You're such a pussy, you won't even defend your dead daddy on your show, will you queer? He's the Man Queer! Oh, am I going to give you the fist in Chicago? It'll have Howard Stern ripoff. Keep dreaming if you think it won't. Yeah. In fact, what I'm going to do is get myself a pedicure and beat him with my foot. A male pedicured foot, fisting and beating him in the face with his foot. How do you like that? I'm going to stop trimming my fingernails. Oh. And I recommend you guys do, too. I'm going to F his dead daddy's skull. His dead German daddy's skull. Right on stage. Oh. And he doesn't defend the honor of his dead, rotting daddy's corpse. Pussy. The Man Queer is such a man that you're sitting there getting tapes of my show and obsessing on everything I say. Now I'm a big shot. Everyone wants to be me. There's only room for one me. And that's me. I'm Howard Stern. And I got a movie coming out, you pussy. 2-hit book. $40 million night on pay-per-view. Do something, you big piece of garbage. Come on, you're a big man. You're dropping excrement from helicopters, supposedly. Come on. Why are you afraid? I thought you were unafraid. I thought you were the new Howard Stern. Why don't you come on? Why don't you get on the air and talk about it? Do it, pussy. All these guys talk about me. They don't talk about me. They don't know what to do before I bulldoze them under. I'm Howard Stern. I will bulldoze you. You and Evergreen Media, poofa, with your boring rip-off shows. Bunch of pussies. Boring rip-off shows. There's only room for one me. Boring rip-off shows. Thank you. Yeah. Everybody's a big talker till I get to town. Everybody talks about me till I get to town and I steal their audience. What about the rest of you? Why am I not on in Atlanta, where there's probably a ripoff going on right now? Why am I not on there? And St. Louis, why am I not on in these markets? Robin.
One was surprised that you even know that they exist.
What, St. Louis and Atlanta?
St. Louis, you know about?
I know about every market in this country. Look at Freddie trying to answer. There's no answer, Fred. Fred's over there trying to answer.
He's coming up with some kind of a calculator.
Yeah, right. I don't know what he's doing over there. What, did Seattle drop into the Pacific? Where am I?
Why aren't we in the Pacific Northwest?
I don't know. What, are they prejudiced?
Who's keeping us out?
The Jews!
Oh!
I've often wondered that. There's Seattle and Portland. We're not there.
Salem, Massachusetts.
Oh, that's over here.
Oh. That's not over there?
No, that's over here.
Alaska. Why am I not on in Alaska?
We're not there either. We're
Fargo.
not in Hawaii.
In Salem.
It's Salem.
And Hawaii.
We want to go everywhere.
I want to be on in England and Puerto Rico. And Puerto Rico. Why not? I love me over there. Bangkok.
Yeah.
Delhi.
Delhi. And New Delhi. Robin, you want to do some news? Or you want me to... Hey, let me just quick go over some business here. With regard to my rap about Snapple this morning.
Yes.
Dear Howard F. Snapple, ever since they stopped advertising on your show, I stopped buying it. When they offered free crapple by asking people to call their
Oh, here's another one. Hey, Howard.
Mystic tastes great.
Oh, this guy's not finished.
That's the drink I buy. PSF to Quakers.
Listen to this one. Hey, Howard, I was just downstairs at my job to buy a drink, and they were pulling out the Snapple machine, which used to sell like effing crazy when you were pushing it. I asked why they were taking it out, and they said because it wasn't selling, and they were replacing it with another soda machine. F. Snapple.
Signed Dan Foreman.
Yeah. All right, I like it.
I like it. Yeah, you like it.
The movement continues.
I'm not kidding. Mostly in my pants.
And did you know what appendicitis is? I didn't realize what it was until they explained it to me last night on the news. It's a little thing that hangs off the end of your colon.
Oh, my.
Some part of your intestines. And if it gets, and I guess stool, shall we say, runs through there. And if the stool gets impacted in there.
Stool. That's good. Stool. I like that. We can start saying that a lot. Stool.
If the stool gets impacted in there, it starts to fester.
I hate being a human being.
And that's when it becomes inflamed and you have a big problem.
Well, that how you get appendicitis?
Yeah, nobody even knows what the appendix does, but it's just hanging out there.
Now I'm thinking about all the people I know who had appendicitis.
Yeah, they had that little sack of stool.
And all their stool.
We got a problem.
So it's people who basically don't release their stool enough.
Well, it's supposed to just keep going, but sometimes it gets trapped in there.
See, I eat a lot of fiber, so I don't have much stool that's trapped. I don't think. Although that's your whole rap about colonic. Get rid of that stool.
It's like a bad turn, and if you go down there, you may not get out. So it can cause you problems.
Don't you wish we could train our stool to stay away from that area?
Don't turn down there.
Don't you wish every function wasn't involuntary?
No, I'm thanking God that some of them are.
I know.
People are so stupid they'd forget to breathe.
Oh, God. I know this guy's gay. He has an actual stool in there. It happened in the 80s. And an ottoman. So when he says, I have a backed up stool, he's talking about a real stool. Yeah. I've got a bad stool problem.
They say that was chronically happening to the Pope.
Wow.
He's the man of God.
Yeah.
God is treating him very badly. Have you seen him?
Well, that's what's weird about men of God. Men of God are supposed to be so peaceful and also enlightened.
It's very distressing to see somebody age so badly who's an enlightened man.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder how enlightened they really are. Maybe they have a lot of nervous disorders. I mean, that whole shaking
The
thing.
shaking thing, he can
Yeah.
hardly stand up straight. He looks bored.
Well, he has been
with
shot.
his job.
A lot of people who get shot have a shake. That's true. Yeah, seriously. That can bring it on.
Howard, it would depend where you were shot.
No. Get shot in the nuts, you'll shake like a leaf.
All over.
I'll tell you one thing, and it'll be hard to take a crap. All right, what else
But
is
anyway,
in the...
they say there are no secrets, that it's only chronic appendicitis.
Wow.
His appendectomy took 50 minutes.
You know, it's such a drag having an operation that isn't cosmetic. Because, like, at least if you're going in for, like, something nice, like getting your boobs lifted or, you know, getting your nose job done, at least you come out, you got a benefit. Imagine having to go in for a stupid thing like having something ripped off the end of your colon because your stool is impacted. No improvement. I mean, that's a drag.
Yeah, I don't think that all that stuff that looks wrong with him is going to clear up because of this.
Yeah.
Doctors say the surgery was a success and ruled out any chance of a tumor. The head of the surgical team refused to comment on questions about John Paul's rumored Parkinson's disease. He says that's outside of his area of expertise.
Mm-hmm.
But doctors are also warning those who have been concerned about the Pope's appearance that this surgery will make him better.
Oh, yeah.
But it will not make him young again.
It won't?
No.
You mean an appendicitis and leading to an operation doesn't make you young again?
No.
Oh, gee, we didn't know that. It won't make him young again. Well, God can make him young again.
That's his only hope. Mark Furman will give his first interview tonight to Diane Sawyer on Prime Time.
Well, there's where you want to go if you're Mark Furman. He's doing the smart thing. She's such a fluff journalist. Well, Mark Furman should be fine. By the end of the hour, he should be. Black people will be embracing him.
Well, he does say that he is sorry he ever uttered the N-word. He also says that he hasn't faced the people yet who it would be the hardest to face. Here he is.
Really? Here he is? Oh, look at that. Oh, we hear you, huh? Fooled me today. By the end of Diane Sawyer's interview, they'll elect him mayor of Harlem. That's how fluffy it'll be.
I haven't faced them yet, but it'd be Fred Goldman.
Oh, I thought he was going to say the niggers. Wouldn't they be the hardest people to face? I haven't faced them yet. And who would that be? The niggers. Yeah, you just used the N-word. I know I was wrong again.
Forgot.
All right, I want to say the Moolies. Is that right? No, Mr. Furman, you're not doing yourself the jigaboos? No, sir. You know what it is? You're just a product of your upbringing, isn't that it? Yes. What am I supposed to say?
And the Brown family.
I see.
Yeah, you really let them down.
Yes.
He also says that
By the way, he shouldn't
the
feel
ordeal
bad.
has been rough, and what's been the roughest about it?
Yes. Hold on. You tricked me up today. You put them out of order, huh? Okay.
Keep you on your toes.
Roughest part is living with it.
Living with?
How I left. How I had to leave.
And the niggers.
As he refers to his the end of his career as a police officer.
20 years catching felons. Now I am one.
Right. Well, listen.
But he says he's going to go on with his life. That's all he can do.
Listen. It wouldn't have mattered if he had never used the N-word. O.J. would have still been innocent. If they had videotape of O.J. plunging the knife into his wife, he'd be innocent. I've seen people interviewed on the street, primarily African Americans, who go, I don't see, there's no evidence of him doing anything.
Howard, you have to admit this was the linchpin of the whole case. It became a case about whether Mark Furman was a racist or not. He made himself the focus of this case.
I didn't see no evidence. I mean, that racist man, he probably figured out the whole thing. What he did was, let me tell you what he did. He looked at the O.J. and was jealous
I'm not saying these were brain surgeons
Right.
in this courtroom, but he became the focus of this
Right.
case.
But they
once
got-
it was
they got
determined
sidetracked.
That he had said the word nigger
Right.
and that it was on tape.
That he is so brilliant, this guy who used the word nigger, that he actually not only masterminded this entire thing against OJ, but got the entire LAPD and all the forensic people and everybody to go along with it. It was the most brilliant mind, criminal mind, and he took this brilliant criminal mind and he framed OJ. He even went as far as to get
But he didn't frame
OJ's
the will because
shoes.
he didn't get convicted.
Yeah, he got. Yeah, right. He got OJ's shoes. He got the blood in the house. He got
The glove.
He got
The
OJ's.
everything.
He extracted OJ's own blood from him. Brilliant man. This man should be heralded like Lex Luthor, super criminal. I'm telling you, there's no evidence. He was framed. That man did the whole thing because he said the word nigger.
You know what?
He hypnotized all of L.A. He like that Kreskin. he went back in time and put O.J. in those shoes. What?
You know what I've never been able to figure out, because different people say different things. Is the black community saying that the LAPD engineered the murders?
No.
Or that they just got
No,
there,
no, they got
and in that
there
short
and
amount of time,
Yes, they figured it all
they came
out.
up with that whole plan?
It was Mark Furman, man, who stole the magic beans, climbed the vine, and jumped over the wall with a bunch of blood on his glove. And the magic beans. Of course it was Mark Furman. The jury was right. He framed O.J. As soon as Mark Furman got on the scene and saw that Nicole had been killed by Columbia hitmen who go after housewives on a regular basis because she owed
He
them
said,
budgets
we
of
can't
money.
get them.
He said, we can't get them. Quickly, I'll run over to OJ, extract his blood, and get it here. That's how brilliant the jury was.
How come he was on the LAPD? How come he wasn't working for, like, NASA?
Right. Well, this is a disguise. Don't you understand? He's the most brilliant guy. We don't want the Germans to get a hold of him. Listen,
He also says he's not a racist.
Yeah, I mean, whether the man is a racist or not, of course he's a racist. Anybody who uses the word nigger is a racist. But what's that got to do
Telling
with
you what he said when he yelling at me.
No,
for?
not you. I'm saying, of course, I'm yelling at the jury. Of course, were you on the jury? Then you're safe. If of course he's a racist, but what's that got to do with OJ killing his wife? Everyone's a
People's vision
racist.
became clouded, and you know that happens all the time in this country. The moment race rears its head, nobody can see the facts anymore.
Everyone is a racist. Regardless. When you turn on the TV news, the guy reporting that Mark Furman's a racist is a
He's
racist. Look at those
He's
guys.
done with it.
Most of them look like Nazis. Forget about that. You want to put a murderer behind bars. That's the thing. OJ's walking around free. You got to make you nuts. A friend to the black community. OJ marries white women, dates white women, lives in white communities,
Well,
plays
once
golf, a
again-
white sport.
Once again, none of that makes you anti-black.
Right. I had an anti-black. She was a lovely woman.
You're terrible.
Please.
Anyway,
That Mark Furman has a magic carpet. That's my theater. And then he met with Spider-Man, and they went off and killed that OJ's wife. And then Jor-El sent back Mark Furman here.
Furman also says that he misses being a cop.
He does?
He liked his job.
Well, yeah, you could frame OJ.
Taking better care of it.
Yeah. I like being a cop. I could beat up the niggers. Listen, and God bless the cops. That's all.
Is there any particular place that you would like to be buried?
Yes.
Where?
Between Pamela Anderson's legs.
that
My
moves
rotting
around,
corpse.
so-
Yeah. My rotting corpse.
I was ashamed listening to myself on those tapes.
Talk about the niggers. I was ashamed of myself to hear myself on the tape talking about the niggers. It would have been great if he used the N-word repeatedly, wouldn't it?
If he was a real racist.
Yeah, I meant no
was
harm to the
totally
niggers.
unaware.
Yeah.
Look, I was embarrassed about being caught talking about the coloreds and.
Yeah. Meanwhile, how cute did those two look together? A good-looking couple.
Well, he's a handsome
Yeah.
man.
You think he got it on with her?
You think she was hot for him?
All right. I would like to apologize and say, sorry, niggers. Like that would be wild. Oh, I'm so sorry. I slipped out.
It would be like that tape of that congressman or that senator, Jesse Helms.
Right.
That night, the guy called in and said, "I'm glad about what you're doing with the niggers," and he said, "Thank you."
Yeah, I love that tape.
As anybody was of any color. I never heard myself. I never remembered those tapes. I was trying to do a screenplay. It was a misplaced effort, and I did it in the wrong way.
Screenplay. Every cop I know is trying to do a
I'm
screenplay.
sorry for that.
I'm not kidding. I must have, I have a production company, and I get a
Yes.
lot of scripts and a lot
All
of
the
material.
officers are sending in their scripts.
I must read at least 3 or 4 a week of cops who are selling their life story for the movies. And what they do is they send you an outline of their story. They don't even have it in script form or
Right.
anything. They send you an outline of their story. Every cop has got stories. But none of them use the N-word.
Here's more of Mark Furman.
I'm sorry I ever did them because it embarrasses me, and I'm ashamed of that. But that doesn't mean that I decided that I was going to make this homicide an extension of some bizarre conspiracy. That's ridiculous.
I'd like to apologize to the NIP judge, the niggers, and the kikes. Didn't he call Bob Shapiro a Jew? Yeah, she asked him about that.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't see that part of the
He
interview.
said, it was unfortunate.
That was unfortunate. Everything he says is unfortunate. When I'm opening my mouth, it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Here he is again.
I don't like doing this interview. I don't like having people pick me out in the street. I don't like this status, good, bad, or indifferent. I don't like it.
Sounds like De Niro.
I want my private life back, and I'm never going to have it.
In the middle of the interview, he called Diane Sawyer the C word.
Let's go on.
Listen, you filthy.
I am a felon. I know what I am. I'm not a racist. What they call me a liar for had nothing to do with the case about 2 people being hacked to death with a knife.
Oh, that's
Well,
true.
that's true.
Yep.
You
That's
did
the
say
sad
one
part.
true thing.
Yep.
And finally, what does he have to say for himself?
I don't think that my family deserves another year or 2 of this. And lastly, and I bet probably the most important, I don't think the city of Los Angeles either deserves or could handle a trial like this. And I cut my losses and everybody else's.
Then he further insulted people and said, Diane, you're worse than the niggers. And then he said, even a spick knows OJ's guilty. And then he said, he insulted every ethnic group there was. And that was the end of it. No. He actually came off like a sincere, kind of guy and everything. And you're sitting there going, gee, he seems reasonably intelligent. He seems okay. But, that whole tape and him, it's just, the whole goddamn thing is unfortunate because who even wants to get involved in any of this? I just wanted to see OJ get locked up for murdering people.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, he became the issue. But what are you going to do? That's life.
You're going to go on.
Listen, that's the point. That's a smart point. Of course I'm going to go on. What am I going to do, end my life because OJ's out walking around? Please.
You're going to go on because Ted Bessel can't.
Hey, how do you like that?
The man who was the boyfriend of Marlo Thomas in the TV series That Girl died at the age of 61 of a heart aneurysm.
Yeah, that was a pretty good TV show. That was years ago, That Girl. What was Dorothea wearing that? Those pants couldn't have gotten any tighter. I was reading her lips. I'm telling you.
Howard.
I felt like a deaf man. I'm looking at the guy's wife, and I said, you know what? No wonder no one wants to be friends with me. I'm looking at it. I'm
She's
going,
a black belt. She kicked
is she?
your ass.
Oh, yeah? That's what I need.
bad.
I'm a lover. I'm not a fighter. Hey, you know who wants to join us for the news?
Who?
Wood Yee wants to sit in.
Really?
Wood Yee.
On the news?
On the news, yeah.
I'm shocked.
He wants to sit in and comment. Wow. You have an objection?
Why
you
would
love
I
Wood
object?
Yee. Come on in, Wood Yee. Wood Yee.
I mean, he's so timid.
Right.
It's hard to get an answer out of him anytime. I can't imagine him jumping in the news.
Here comes Wood Yee. Wood Yee's just going to hang out, and if you say something that interests him about the news, he will say, he will comment. Wood Yee, good to see you. Of course. I want to put on your headphones. I'll give you a microphone. Wood Yee. I'm shocked you're, by the way, I'm shocked you're here today. I got to tell you, and
I had to come in today. I'm so freaking sick of smelling rice.
right, you're talking about your girlfriend, right?
I don't know what he means, Howard. Don't explain him.
You know, Wood Yee, this is unusual. You've never sat in on the news before. I guess you were just sick of sitting at home, right?
I like Arm & Hammer baking soda because I like yellow boxes. Get it?
She likes yellow boxes. Get it? You know, you are one of the greatest comedians ever.
The only person who likes your jokes is Jackie.
Yeah. Well. Well, it's great to see you here, Wood Yee, and Wood Yee loves to be here and comment on your news, Robin. So, Wood Yee, if you have one last statement, then let Robin continue. Yes?
My prostate hurts.
Got a dead cat being suspended from a roof and neighbors complaining.
Right. Wow.
This woman Smith says other people put pink flamingos in their lawns or jockeys and all of that stuff, and nobody complains about that. So if she wants to have her dead cat suspended from the roof of her porch, that's her business. Even the postal workers who come to deliver her mail have been shocked by the sight of Fluffy hanging from the roof.
I see.
Continuing with the animal news.
You have more animal news? I can't believe it.
Talk about a bad day. A 13-year-old cat named Bandit was chased by an angry dog, fell 20 feet, and then got impaled on a rusty pole. This happened in St. Catharines, Ontario.
Wow.
A neighbor watched as the dog chased Bandit up a telephone pole. The jittery feline lost its grip, fell about 20 feet into a garden, and was impaled on a reinforcing rod used to tie up tomato plants.
Oh, my God.
Anderson rescued Bandit, wrapped him in a blanket before taking the lucky kitty to an animal hospital. Bandit is better these days and still goes out. Although Anderson says he seems a little timid and doesn't wander too far from home. I don't blame him.
Now, Wood Yee, what do you make of this? These cat stories and dead animals, what do you make of all this?
My girl cooks cats. Could they send it over?
I see. Hey, Wood Yee, get closer to that microphone, will you, when you talk? Because it's hard to hear you. He's very, very soft-spoken. Wood Yee, you watched the game?
I didn't watch the game. My little nip doesn't understand anything except bend over.
I see. Wood Yee, what do you think of Davy Johnson's protest?
Frig him.
Frig him? Yes. Isn't it terrible when you read in the news about a fire, Wood Yee? I mean, this has got to be very upsetting to you.
There's a fire in my pants. Robin, come over.
Wood Yee, Robin is right. This is a good story for you. What do you think of Colin Powell and what he said about the Chinese?
He wouldn't say if he had ever poked one.
He wouldn't say that if he ever poked one? All right. What do you say about Colin Powell, Wood Yee?
Frig him.
Frig him. Right. All right. Wood Yee, what do you make of this story?
Go.
Imagine that. Imagine they're going to pull the plug on this woman.
I'd like to do her before they put her in the ground.
What? Oh, that's disgusting.
Model.
A model, Robin. That's how guys think.
He's got taste.
Wood Yee, did you watch the debate between Kemp and Al Gore?
Frig them both.
Frig them both.
Well, these are very appropriate comments for the news.
Wood Yee, it sounds like it was a good debate. I mean, don't you think?
Me and my little yellow flower watched in the nude. I did her in a very, very rude place.
You did.
That's what it brings back those memories?
I was looking for political commentary, but that's okay. Listen.
Well, it's whatever comes up for him, I suppose.
That the Bob Dole tax increase of 1982 was the largest tax increase in the history of the world.
Well, that is true. Don't you think, Woodgie? What do you make of that statement?
Do I have to pay taxes on condoms? The chink burns a lot of rubber.
All right. Okay. Does he?
Let's go on.
Does he have to pay taxes on condoms?
I don't know, but this is...
What about, Woodgie, we've never had the opportunity to ask you, and I have to break for commercial, so I'm going to ask you for a quick commentary. Sometimes you get very long-winded. Let me ask you about the O.J. case. Where do you stand on this?
Lucky O.J., he bangs every color in the rainbow. I only get white and yellow, but nice young yellow.
Right. All right, so your stance, let me clarify, on O.J. is he gets every color in the rainbow. You only get white and yellow.
Again,
But young yellow.
How does Woody know that?
I don't know. Woody knows a lot of stuff. But Woody, you can't possibly be jealous of O.J., and you personally must have some comment to make on the O.J. case. Please.
I'd bang a fish.
You would?
Huh?
All right. I don't know. Let me take a break, Robin, and then we'll be back with more news right after these words. And Wood Yee, of course, our special guest this morning. Robin, Wood Yee is joining us for the news. It's the first time he's ever joined us for the news. Usually he does the weather. And he's just telling me...
About as good at the news as he was at the weather.
Yeah, he has equal skills in both. But Wood Yee was just telling me how much he loves doing the show. Tell Robin what you just told me, Wood Yee.
I love being on this show, and I love being on that girlfriend of mine.
Right.
Well, let me wrap up. I'm having too good a time.
Right. And we all are. Wood Yee was, by the way, wild during the commercials. Oh, you should have seen him. He was dancing on...
You all kinds of stuff.
Oh, this guy tells stories. I realize you're a professional, and on the air you can only say so much. He's very, very guarded.
Well, that's good.
All right. Wood Yee, what do you think?
I wear disguises so people won't spit on me.
Oh, I see. Like OJ, you wear disguises. You wear a beard, and what about your friends? What if you had a friend that did things for money? Would you? How would you feel?
Money is second only to one thing.
What?
More money.
All right. That's very true. You're wise.
Anyway, Kardashian reveals that Paula Barbieri stayed with Simpson at his home the days before the Bronco chase and his arrest. They slept in his daughter's room, he says.
Wow. Well, all of this comes down to weird human behavior. Woody, anything you want to say? Hold on, Robin. Woody's about to say something. It could be profound.
Okay.
The heart wants what the heart wants. Ditto my penis.
Ditto your penis, yes. All right. Well, what about Madonna? How do you feel about her, Woody?
Frig her.
Frig her. Let me also remind everybody that, Woody, first of all, thank you for coming in and joining us for the news. That was kind of fun. And although I noticed, by the way, I didn't get to bring this up, Wood Yee did not once make a commentary during the Pope story. Why is that?
I'm a Jew. To me, the Pope is another Polak.
I see.
I see.
You're a Jew, and I see.
Well, that explains everything. Oh, I do have one more question to ask you. I mean, you're always talking about, the AIDS virus and how you think it's becoming more prevalent and it's stronger and it's eventually going to invade the entire population with your paranoia.
Except for me, because I don't get to have any fun. Well, gee, what do you make of this? The Yankees and all the excitement. What do you say?
Who cares about this crap?
Right. All right. Woody doesn't care.
He's getting his young girlfriend.
All right. Jackie Penthouse, Joke, Paige Martling, his Sergeant Pecker, and the Joke Man are both 78 minutes of filthy jokes. What do you think of Jackie the Joke Man's...
Sergeant Pecker.
Sergeant Pecker. What do you think of... Seriously, what is your review of Jackie the Joke Man?
What a retard.
What a retard. All right.
Man.
Atlanta is very important to me. Do you know that Atlanta is the home of...
The Braves?
The Braves. But there it is.
This is...
Hey now. I told you. Yes, sir. I warned you. Oh, that's good. I prepared you. Look out. I instructed you.
This
I told you what to expect.
is the Howard Stern Show.
You have the flattest, hardest stomach. Do you have the flattest, hardest stomach? I mean, is there a flatter, harder stomach than yours? Can I see every...
He is so sweet. I love him right now.
Damn right you do.
I could just eat him. He is so
Come
sweet.
here and eat me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The
Right.
Superman does nothing but blow people.
Hey, what's wrong with that? What does he do? Is that X-rated? You mean blow on people?
Every time somebody comes in,
Yeah, he blows cold air on him. He's like a super air conditioner. Or he uses his heat vision.
that's right.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
it, the two things he has.
That's the only two effects they have. He doesn't even fly that much. Superman. Supposedly, this is what I read, that you should always try to let the baby go through vaginally because the vagina... I love that word. It's a dumb word. Who named that a vagina? Who looked at that and said it's
What
a vagina?
guy? You know
yeah,
it's a guy.
it was a guy. Guys get to name everything. Guys get to invent language. I'll call it vagina. Like maybe that was his wife's name.
Yeah. I'm naming it after you, honey.
Honey, a vagina, come here. You're not going to believe what I'm going to do. I'm going to do you the biggest favor of your life. You're going to live on forever. Like, what are you going to do for me? What are you going to do?
And men are always going to love you.
Hey, what are you going to do? You going to get a tattoo? What are you going to do? No, vagina, listen to this. You know that thing between your legs? And I'm inventing a language? I'm going to name it vagina. After,
It feels good.
and the name vagina is so popular, everyone's going to think it's named after them. Like probably back then, vagina was a big name.
You think?
Yeah, like it's like Robin is now one of the most popular names. Everyone was named Vagina, and she goes, what's so special about that? No one's gonna know it's me that you're naming it after. How'd they name it that?
I don't know. I don't know what it means. What is the Latin for that?
And I've heard guys call it a virgina. A virgina.
And everybody says, yeah, it's named after the state of Virginia, isn't it? It's a vagina.
Yeah, and I never know what to call it when I'm talking dirty. Girls always call it a vagina. But,
well, that's when they're talking clean.
Yeah, but I guess. But I don't know. It's like I always go, oh, look at your...
Look at it. You can't see it.
Look at your vagina. The language is so funny, man. I don't even want to think how someone came to the conclusion that was a vagina. Can we find out the origin of that word?
Penis. That's what is penis.
Yeah, wow, that's a beautiful word. Guys come up with beautiful words for their own thing.
Penis.
Penis.
Nothing pretty about that either.
Yeah.
What were we talking about? How do we get... Oh, vagina. Oh, Madonna.
Vagina.
You were saying that...
You see, so I read that if a woman has a baby vaginally, thank God you're on the show. Yeah. Is it Beautiful People track one?
That's it.
The Beautiful People. I just got to hear this, man. Hey,
cool.
thanks for the call.
Have you seen the video?
Yeah, it's great.
Crazy.
Those guys are the real deal, too. They're not posers.
Oh, yeah. Are those guys, like, addicted to heroin?
I don't know.
I don't know their drug scene, but they got, I'm sure they're into, cutting themselves.
Piercing
and all that stuff.
Well, the lead guy, Marilyn Manson, he really has slashes all over his body. He likes to cut himself.
Yeah.
And it's funny, I was talking to a guy who represents a different band. I won't say who they are and embarrass them, but he was like pushing their record the other day and telling me, "Oh, you know, I know Howard likes Marilyn Manson's, but those guys are a bunch of posers."
Oh, come on. I met that guy. The guy was walking around and giving me his rubber underpants. I don't think so.
I mean, he did shave off his eyebrows and tattoo them in.
Yeah, I'd say a poser wouldn't do that. I'd say that's an original.
Is it true he does oral sex on stage to men?
Really?
That's what I've heard.
Is that true?
Yeah, I've heard that.
Spin.
Oh, then he must be on heroin.
Have never seen them live.
I've heard that.
Really? Yeah, I don't know if what their drug scene is,
Maybe he
but
can come
I
in and
just
do
read
that.
that in Spin. I don't know how true Spin is.
how true what?
I read it in Spin magazine.
What is that? The Guccione magazine?
Yeah.
It's
Oh no, that's all made up.
And I also saw pictures of him in some like nudie magazine.
Yeah.
It's a women's magazine, but he was doing that thing like in Silence of the Lambs. He was naked and he tucked his pee-pee behind his legs. And
Oh,
stuff.
really?
And it looked really gross.
Yeah, he's nuts. Yeah, Spin could be pretty accurate, I guess. So who knows?
Why not?
Yeah, why not? Let me just check that out. I love this. I wonder if the rest of the album's any good though.
You got it right there.
This is just a single. Come on, baby. Come on. The beautiful people. The beautiful people. The beautiful. See, I could sing this one. If somebody would get me in a studio, I could do this.
Get you in a studio. They're already in a studio.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is there's all kinds of little girls that are crazy about that ugly looking.
They're crazy about him? Yeah, because he's a rock star. Come on. Come on. You like to, if you're going to kill somebody, you do it to this song.
This is like a Clockwork Orange kind of thing.
Yeah, it's good. See, I make up riffs like this in my shower all the time. I got to be honest with you.
Are you sure you haven't heard them already and just start humming them?
Yeah, maybe. When I'm in the shower, I'm jamming. Do you sing in the shower?
No.
Ah, I do. I think I sound good in there.
I sing in my car.
See, I could ride an exercise bike to this. So I judge a song. And that's cool, too. All right.
You had your
Hey,
fix.
Howard.
Yeah.
I also got something for you. John didn't really want me to ask you, but you can turn your duty green by drinking a lot of grape Kool-Aid. I thought you'd be interested.
Okay, thanks for that tip.
Thank you.
John's instincts were correct.
They never want to trust.
No. Here's a guy with a Kathy Lee story. This is Annette.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi, Howard.
A guy named Annette?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's a girl named Annette.
No, did you used to be a man? Did I say it's a guy named Annette? I'm a little distracted this morning. I'll be honest with you.
Some people are so desperate to get elected president, they'll stoop to any level.
This is Bob Dole. Say you like dumb stuff, stay tuned. This is Bob Dole. If you got nothing to do at all, stay tuned. This is Bob Dole. It's getting near boner time. Don't touch that dial. This is... I don't say bleep, right?
No, don't say
Okay.
bleep, yeah.
I'm like an idiot. This is Bob Dole. And I don't give a if you listen to Howard or not. This is Bob Dole. And I only come to the show to stare at Robin's. Let's be honest. This is Bob Dole. Welcome to my career low point. This is Bob Dole. My only comment is this. What a up show.
I don't know if that was Bob Dole. Somebody check his right hand. You're listening to a man with a stump in his pants. Yeah, Howard Stern.
I'm on the stump right now, baby. Yeah, I don't know. I do have a stump in my pants.
Now, yesterday we saw a videotape
Yeah.
of a guy with a big problem,
Yeah.
and you said he was larger than you?
Oh, yeah. Some guy sent me a videotape of himself naked with his penis, and he says, I got a problem. I'm small, too. And I'm going, small? Dude, you're big.
Stop it, Howard. Because that was an acorn.
Oh, man, then I'm half an acorn. He's 3 times the size I am. I swear to you. I swear.
That's not possible.
Oh, yeah.
You would have nothing.
I have nothing. I'm a woman. I told you that. Hey, anyway, do you think the Jews are evil? You know?
Why are the Jews evil?
Yeah. How come the Jews are so evil? How's that? How come the Jews are so evil? That's a good question. Do you think OJ's a phony for embracing the black community now after abandoning it for so many years? It's a good one, right?
Yeah.
Do you condemn Michael Jackson for marrying Lisa Marie? What do you think?
That's a good one.
Do you think that the charges of Michael Jackson molesting children might be true, or is it another myth created by the white man? What do you think of that? You think that's interesting? We don't need that one.
You should ask him all those things that, like, did they think Snapple is owned by the KKK?
Yeah. Do you think that Colin Powell is an Oreo? What do you think?
That's a good one.
Yeah. Do you think that Mike Tyson sets a good example for black children?
Is Mike Tyson a role model?
Should I write that down like that? Is Mike Tyson a role model? Is Mike Tyson a role model? A role model. Okay. Do you think that Jesse Jackson is an Uncle Tom? What do you think of that? Would you rather have a woman who looks like Halle Berry, Moesha, or Florida from Good Times? Do you think that WCBS television is anti-black for firing John Johnson? Stuff like that get guys crazy. Do you ever go to the ballet? How about, do you own a horse? No, we don't need that one. Do you have an African name? That's always good. And do you give a crap about JFK Jr. marrying that skinny white chick with the bony ass?
Did you know Madonna had a baby? Where were you when Madonna's baby was born?
Where were you when Madonna's baby was born? They don't know the answer to that. All right.
Florida.
What do you think of the Inquirer reports that say Whitney Houston was a lesbian, or was that created by the white man? Forget that one. What do you think of Robert Kardashian?
They won't even know who he is, probably.
Right. I don't think anybody's following it that closely. All right, here's some questions. Give them those to John.
Mark Furman. There's no Mark Furman question.
Hey, all right. Yeah. Give me that pen. Mark Furman. Just write Mark Furman. Let the guy go.
Right. What are your views on Mark Furman?
Yeah, what do you think of Mark Furman?
In 10 words or less.
Yeah, all right. What do you think of Mark Furman?
And, do you feel that the CIA has targeted the black community?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Well, do you think
do you feel the CIA you mean crack?
Yeah.
Has targeted the black community.
You can also do the AIDS one. Do you think AIDS was created by the government to kill black people?
That's a good one, too.
Yeah.
Do you think... I wish I had a scribe. Why am I always writing this stuff? Do you think AIDS was created by the CIA?
The government.
By the government?
To kill black people.
To kill black people. That's a good one. I happen to agree with that thought, personally. I was fined. The FCC in America is the worst. The United States government is against me. Japanese guys love that. You see the big smile? They love it. I am the enemy of the United States government. They fined me $1.7 million. Are you aware of this? My own government fined me $1.7 million. That's 9 billion yen that they fined me for using language that was deemed offensive.
Then you should come to Japan and speak those words.
Yeah, I'll go over big there. And let me tell you something. So I am an enemy of the United States government, which must mean you like me, right? Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. I don't think anybody here speaks English. This isn't going so well.
They're just staring at you.
You're just staring at me. So that's why I say, if you're a member of the FCC, words about sex is just another function of the body. You shouldn't be uptight about sex. I don't know if she understands what I'm saying.
I don't know if you made a point or not.
How'd she feel about the word nipples, okay?
Yeah.
Everything fine? Mm-hmm. What about orgasm? Can you say orgasm over there? Let's go over there.
Orgasm とかそういうことがありますかって。
Can you say that?
He's a famous DJ.
What was that? What? I don't know. Yeah.
One was in me.
What's he saying? I don't know what anyone's saying, man.
They're trying to speak English.
Right. You obviously came to... Let me yell a little louder so that maybe that'll help you. See, you obviously came for advice on how to broadcast. I am the greatest broadcaster in America.
Do they know of you in Japan?
Is the name Howard Stern known in Japan?
Not yet.
Not yet?
We're gonna make you famous.
Yeah, well, my movie is coming out. I understand the Japanese love American movies, and my movie, a full-length feature film, is coming out on Paramount Pictures. Private Parts. My book is being made into a movie. The Japanese.
Any DJs in Japan have movies made about them?
Any DJs in Japan have movies made about them?
DJ で映画に出た人とかいます？
No, of course not. And why not? Because DJs are a joke. I have turned radio around and made it a great medium. You are sitting with the greatest American broadcaster there is. I am known far and wide.
Being great here makes you the greatest in the world.
Right. And being great in America, to be the greatest American radio broadcaster means I am the greatest in the world because America is number one, which we proved in World War II. Am I correct? Who is number one in the world? Howard Stern, and America is always number one. Japan is not number one. We beat you guys. We beat you fair and square. Got to admit it.
Yeah.
That's true. That's right. We taught you guys a lesson. You thought you were going to take us, but you didn't. I admit you had us on the run for a while. Pearl Harbor caught us by surprise. But let me tell you something. We came back and showed you.
Oh, they're very quiet.
Go ahead and translate that.
Well.
Right? Didn't we kick butt in World War II or what?
世界大戦の話をしてるんですけど、斉藤さんどうですか?
How you
I don't
figure?
know what she's saying to them.
How you guys figured that the Germans were going to help? The Germans would have turned on you guys. True? What? What's she saying? Oh, what?
英語がわからないんで私の魅力を伝えられないから通訳のリサにもっともっと日本語を教えてって。
What is she saying?
She said I should translate her simultaneously.
Oh, really? I think that's kind of boring. Man, does anybody understand anything I'm saying?
No.
They don't? They really don't? Oh, because the woman from the FCC, I think, understands, but she's not letting us.
They don't live in this country, so it's like hard to kind of catch up everything.
On the slang and everything, but they do speak English.
But they're excited, though, because when we went to NAB radio...
Oh, excuse me. Excuse me.
They don't do that on Japanese radio.
Excuse me.
That is bad American broadcast.
Yeah, that is... Don't imitate that. That is very embarrassing. I'm sorry. What?
Actually, when we were attending NAB radio convention, they're very excited, though. Every single panels, they're talking about K-Rock and Howard Stern show.
Is that right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Howard.
The reason... Let me explain something to you Japanese broadcasters right away. I am a genius. I am a genius. Do you understand? Genius? Yeah, I am a genius.
Do they agree?
Do you agree? Yes. Who cares if they agree? I single-handedly changed...
I just wanted to know if you could see it in foreign language.
Excuse me.
as well.
Translate this for my friends here, all right? I single-handedly... Come on. Step two. I single-handedly... Come on, talking to funny pictures.
I need you a verb.
Oh, I see. I need a verb. What is a verb, Robin?
That is the action. What did you do?
You single-handedly
I singly changed.
Be quiet, Baba Boo. He
Yeah,
knows
please.
a verb.
Yeah, be quiet. I know what a verb is, you moron. The day you can outsmart me is the day I'll go home.
Oh, my God.
I single-handedly changed American radio.
アメリカのね、ラジオ業界を変えたと一人で。
When I got into radio, it was boring.
めちゃめちゃね、面白くなかった、つまらなかったのを。
When I got into radio, all they did was play music.
音楽だけをかけてたのにね。
Beatles records and things like that.
ビートルズとかそういうのばっかりかけてたんだけど。
Now I'm the Beatles! I'm the goddamn Beatles! Tell them that. Tell them that. Go ahead. Tell them I'm the Beatles, I'm the goddamn Beatles. Go ahead.
ビートルズが偉いんじゃなくて、彼が偉いんだと。
That's right. I can't even walk out on the street without bodyguards. There's so many people who would attempt to come near me.
ボディガードなしじゃもう歩けないと。Yeah, of course.
Yes. I am the biggest. I write a book. Millions of people show up to get my autograph. Tell them that.
Like us too.
Right,
オートグラフをね、みんな欲しいと。サインをね。
For a radio personality to accomplish such great things is truly a sign of greatness. Tell them that. Tell them
な
that.
ぜラジオのDJ からこう一人で成り上がったっていうか、ここまで来たのは本当に素晴らしいと。
Right.
Yes, I think
尊敬
so
す
too.
ると言ってください。What did
Thank
she?
you. Thank
She
you.
respects you.
Who respect me? Thank you.
very good.
I am the head sensei of American radio. Tell them that.
Oh,
This is my dojo. Go ahead. Tell them
先
that.
生だと。Oh, you pronounced it really perfect.
Of course, I'm a brown belt in karate. Shotokan. I know everything about Japanese culture.
日本の文化とか知って
Yeah,
ま
of
す。
course. I could kick
Have
all
you
your
been to Japan?
I could kick all your asses.
Have you been to Japan?
Especially the
My
women.
oldest daughter speaks Japanese and only trains with Japanese karate instructors and can can take her foot and beat your face with it. Go ahead.
She speaks Japanese?
Of course.
Of
日本語
course.
喋るんですって。
Oh. I lied. She knows a few Japanese words. Exactly. Me, I'm illiterate. I can't hardly do anything. Anyway, just a couple of, I'll allow a couple of questions. If they want to ask me any questions about American radio, I will grant them one question apiece because I don't have much time. I have to get over to the 1,000-man march.
時間がないから一つずつ質問に答えますか。
Yes, go ahead.
You have beautiful blue eyes.
Thank you. Any Japanese have blue eyes? No. Impossible, right?
さっき聞いたら何8000ドル8000億ドル
All right. Let me entertain your first question. Who is this gentleman?
question?
What does he do in Japan?
He's a radio DJ.
You are a DJ? All right, go ahead. You are allowed to speak to the greatest American disc jockey in the world. Go ahead. Yes.
その何8000億円80億円を何に使ってるんだと
How are you spending $80 million?
Oh, wait a minute. That's what Gary told him you generate.
Right. Let me tell you something. $80 million is what they earn just from this radio station. I am heard on many radio stations. The combined money that this show earns is $500 million on radio. My movie will gross $300 million. Translate for these people. Combined, my penis jokes will earn $1 billion this year alone. Go ahead. Tell him about the penis joke. Ask the woman. Yeah, sure. Ask the woman from the FCC if she allows the word penis on the radio. Go ahead, ask her that.
テニスとかそういうのって言えますかって言えないでしょうね。Not in Japan.
Not in Japan. What about the part of the expression vagina? Ask her about
Part of
that.
the expression.
Yeah, right.
女性の。
それも。
No, too much.
でも専門用語だったら言えるよね。If it's a medical term.
Yeah, I see. All right. Like, in other words, hey, your vagina's in bad shape.
Your vagina's sick.
You got a sick vagina. Ask her if she'd allow the sentence, you've got a sick vagina. Go ahead, ask her that. Go ahead, ask her. Don't be ashamed. Go ahead, ask her.
Ask her?
Yeah, she's from the FCC, isn't she?
Yeah, ask her if that was okay.
Ask her if you're allowed to say.
If it's okay to say.
Yes, yeah, go ahead. What, I got to interpret for you? Go ahead. Ask her that.
あんまり良くないそのいわゆる女性のもの。ちょっと汚い単語私わかんないんですけど、それを汚い単語。
It's hard to get a ruling. What do you say to that, my man? I mean, woman. What?
言えないですね。
No, not in.
No, you can't say sick vagina. Watch this. Watch this. Vagina. Nothing to it. I'm the greatest broadcaster.
いや、そういうことがそのなんていうの魅力の一つになっていて。
What did she say?
今訳してもらいますから。
She said, like, you know, that is your character and that's appealing to general public.
Yes, the public loves it.
But in Japan?
You're original.
They would love it in Japan. Yes, thank you. Domo arigato. Thank you. How do you say thank you in Japanese?
Domo arigato.
Domo arigato.
Many thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Many thanks. That's a compliment. Okay. Well, I can see the FCC over there is very lenient.
We should move.
Yes. Any of your parents in World War II?
No, my grandfather.
Any of your parents kamikaze pilots?
Then they wouldn't be here.
That's true.
Yeah, we're kind of younger.
In World War II?
第二次世界大戦行ってた？お父さんお母さん。
Yeah.
お母さんは行かないよ
Father, yes.
Father in World War II?
We kicked your father's ass, didn't we? Yes, of course.
Your father kicked his father's ass.
My father kicked your father's ass. Oh, yeah. See this guy right here? His father bombed. What did your father bombed?
Okinawa.
His father bombed Okinawa.
Got a Bronze Star.
Bronze Star for bombing Okinawa.
Wow.
Honest to God.
I'm afraid that my father fought in China.
He did fight in China?
Yeah.
Oh, we're all against them. That's fine with that. I hate the Chinese. You hate the Japanese hate the Chinese, am I right?
No.
You do not hate the Chinese?
No.
I thought you guys had a natural rivalry.
No, the Chinese hate the Japanese.
Oh, is that who's better? Japanese or Chinese? Who is better? Who is better? What?
He said even.
Even? What kind of man are you? Call yourself Japanese.
Well, he's from Dentsu, the world's biggest advertisement agency.
Is that right? Who cares?
Smart answer, right?
All right, which one are you going to apologize for Pearl Harbor? Which one are you? Go ahead, why don't you step forward and make a speech? What were you guys thinking? How could you go against America? America is the greatest country in the world. The greatest country in the world.
それはプライムミニスターの役目だよ。
Which is better, America or Japan? Ask them. I want to hear what
ど
them
っちがい
say.
いか日本か。
Who is better? Who is better?
何がいいの
What?
日本かアメリカがどっちが
好きってこと
I mean, does that mean if they like?
Who is better?
どっちがマシかどの国が as a country, right?
As a country.
国として。
Oh, of course, Japan.
Oh, get out of here. Japan. Yeah, we kicked your ass. Yeah, keep saying that.
Do you know why it's easier for them to live there?
I know. Well, listen, we invented the A-bomb. We showed you guys what we can do. You better get in line. A-bomb, very, very dangerous.
Don't show them the plans, though.
Yeah, we're not going to teach you guys that. All right. Well, I'll allow a couple more questions, and
Any
then
more
I must.
questions?
Any more questions from the Japanese broadcasters? Go ahead. I will answer only one question because I'm a busy man and very successful.
Have you ever been to Japan?
Who's asking that?
I'm asking you.
I would never go. I have no. If I have no
Don't be
interest.
offended he doesn't go anywhere.
I don't go anywhere. I'm not interested in any foreign country. Especially, I don't forgive for World War II. I have not forgotten. I never could forgive you guys for that. Never. I'm being honest with you.
But he
Never.
doesn't visit the Allies either. So
I don't
worry
visit
about
the
it.
Allies either.
He went to England and had a horrible time.
Yeah, I hate England also and France. So don't worry about it. Don't get a complex. Go ahead. But my movie will appear in Japan.
映画日本で公開されますって。
Yeah.
見に行きます。
Yeah, and you will like it.
I think she said something about Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, Mickey Mouse. Exactly. Any other questions for the world's greatest broadcaster? Quickly, because I'm running out of time. This is your one last chance.
Okay.
Go ahead.
今まで声が出なくて困ったことはあるかと。
Oh, yeah, I'll kick your ass for saying that. That didn't sound friendly. Go ahead, bud.
Have you ever had a problem like talking because you had a sore throat?
That's your question for the greatest broadcaster? That's your question. Well, yes. From
Your
time.
voice is important.
Yes, my voice is important. I take good care of my voice. I make sure I get 8 hours of sleep a night. You understand? Yes. Oh, yeah.
Sleep, they understand.
That they understand.
18 hours?
18 hours of sleep. That is correct. 18 hours of sleep. Watch this. This guy's going to go back to Japan and start sleeping for 18 hours a day. He's going to be on Valium.
We'll do in the country
Yes,
that way.
I sleep 18 hours a day and I eat over 10,000 calories of food. Now go back and do what I do. You'll see. You'll be the most successful DJ. What do you do over there in Japan? What do you
He's
do?
the advertising.
Oh, you're the advertising guy? No wonder you're so happy. All right. And any other questions? I'll allow one more and then I must
will
move
they
on.
pay you $1 million to do an ad?
Oh, yeah,
He
right.
can.
He can, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any other questions for the world's greatest radio broadcaster? Please, feel free.
何を喋ろうと思っているんですか
What?
どういう意味で？
今日は何を喋ろうっていう気持ちで来るんですか？例えば
Any of you want to see the breasts of a beautiful black woman? Robin, take off your
Every day.
tie.
Every day when you come to office?
Yes, every day when I come to the office.
How are you feeling? What are you planning to talk and
How do you do this?
How do I do
What
this?
they're saying. How
Yeah.
can you do
例えば
this?
今日
like especially today?
I am a lucky man. Translate.
ラッキーだと。ラッキーな人間だと。
I sit down like Buddha. Would you stop taking pictures? What's with the Japanese taking pictures every minute?
Look at that thing. It comes with its own tripod.
I know.
Look at that.
I sit, listen to me. I sit down in a chair like Buddha.
仏さんのように椅子に座ると。
And a greater force, maybe it's God, puts great thoughts in my head.
No, not great thoughts.
いろいろごこをくれて。
Yes, they come in. It has nothing to do with me. I sit there and great thoughts come. For example, just this morning, I was thinking about penis. And I made penis jokes. You understand? Translate for this woman here. She didn't.
なぜ男性の部分ねの話をちょっ
Right,
と
right. The other day,
その話をしたと。
the other day, I didn't know what to do, and it occurred to me to fart into the microphone. Right, translate for that, please.
You really did?
Yes, I did, and I did it, and I was the first broadcaster to do it.
And we taped it.
And we taped it. And we enjoyed it.
Well, some
That's it.
rapper is gonna use it for the remix.
Right, that's right.
で
Anyway.
ある日はおならをしたと。で彼が最初の人間だと。アメリカでおならの音を鳴
You
ら
got
し
to
た
tell the FCC that.
Right. You didn't tell the FCC woman that. Would she allow that on Japanese radio?
日本の FCC は大丈夫か
Passing wind?
それはジョークでしょ
What'd she say?
Maybe as a joke.
Maybe as a joke.
Oh, now who does it
お
seriously?
腹が空いてお腹の音が鳴ったことはある放送中に
But if someone did it seriously, you would not like it.
She
All
did
right.
it when she was starved to death.
You did
Yeah.
that?
Not the fart, but the.
What does this girl do on the radio? What is she?
She's a disc jockey.
Is she the Robin Quivers of Japan?
Yeah.
She is? You have a horse? All right, very good. Listen, I want to thank my Japanese friend for coming in. I have granted you an audience with me.
Yes.
What are the woman's checking her watch? What is she, in a rush?
She's saying, are they throwing us out so soon?
They're on a tight schedule.
All right, on a tight schedule. You will go to other radio stations. I want to say good luck. Go back to Japan and tell them of me. Tell them the greatness that is me, Howard Stern, the greatest broadcaster in America.
Tell them he is coming.
Tell them I am coming to conquer their country.
And Howard,
Yes.
I personally wanted to thank you for writing about Miss America.
Thank you.
It became my lighting. I was in the darkness.
You read my book, Miss America?
And it enlightened you?
Did it really enlighten
Yeah,
you?
especially
Really?
about the OCD section.
Oh, obsessive
And I
compulsive?
wanted to thank you for
Do you have
coming
obsessive
up.
compulsive disorder?
No, I don't.
You do not?
For somebody I know.
Oh, somebody, and it helped them.
Or it
Yeah,
helped you to
me.
understand
Yes,
that.
It helped you.
It's
And
hard to come out and speak the truth.
Yes.
And I think you're wonderful for doing that.
Oh,
to
wow.
help the 5 million patients
Yes.
of the American.
Let me tell you something.
Country's very sick.
You'd make a hot little geisha girl, I'll tell you that. I've never had, I've never made love to a Japanese, ever. Never. Never made one. I would love it. I bet you it'd be nice. Most of the women have very little hair on their
Both
bodies.
of the guys are stepping up saying us first.
Yeah, right. You guys have made it with Japanese women? It's hot, right? You married, ma'am? You are? Yeah, not too bad. What about this one over here? She's married?
No.
Oh, really? I'll take you in the back room. We'll see what happens. The Japanese women are very subservient, are they not?
Yeah,
I like that. Yeah? Yeah. Bet you guys get laid a lot.
We have gift for you.
What?
We have gift for you.
I don't need that. All right, anyway.
ABC something?
Did you notice my paperback is out? Oh. What is this? ABC? What is that?
I love radio.
I love radio. Very nice.
Oh, more presents.
Oh, I wish I had something for you. Thank you. Thank you. Here's some almonds.
I'll get some T-shirts.
Give him some T-shirts. And I have gifts for you. Domo arigato.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Mr.
having
Robato.
us.
Thank you.
Such an honor.
Thank you. You're right. It is an honor. You have met with the greatest radio
Maybe
personality.
are we the first Japanese to be on your show?
Yes,
That is
I think
correct.
so.
And you will be the last. You were all a bunch of bores. I'll be
stop
honest
it.
with you.
Stop it. That was fun.
All right. Yes. Congratulations. Thank
Did you notice his camera?
What?
It has his own tripod. It's a little hand camera.
Yeah. Japanese got the
Amazing
best
what they're
cameras.
doing.
Thousands of
Can we
pictures.
take a picture of you?
Yeah, I'll go out in the hall with you. We'll take some pictures, all right? I've got to get rid of you all in a group.
Thousands of pictures,
As you
none with any
mentioned-
composition.
Right.
As you mentioned on your show earlier, we do like to take pictures of
Right. You're also short. You're all the same height. How tall are you? 5'4" or something? Look at me. I'm an American. Look at me. Look at the size of me. Look at this.
Vitamins.
Yeah. Look at that. That's why America could kick your ass. We're big. We're like Gigantor.
Well, if you ever go to Japan, you'll be hit. Your head will be hit all.
Yeah,
like
that's exactly
every-
why I'm not going there. I don't need to be
Buses
sitting there
and
hitting my head.
trains.
I'll be so stupid from hitting my head on the ceiling. Never saw such tiny people.
Oh, my.
All right. Domo arigato.
どうもありがとう。
Yeah. Muy bien y tu
Arigato
gracias. All right.
gozaimashita.
They don't
And we're
speak
going to
that
have
language.
lunch at the United Nations.
Yeah, good. They ought to
Yeah.
blow up that place.
Oh, stop that.
Big
Wait a
garbage
second.
heap.
Did they realize that they're walking into
There's
the
a
Million Man March?
marches over there today.
Hey, you better be careful. How you say? How you say in
Assembly.
Japan? Blacks, the Schwarzes.
Oh, no.
The Schwarzes are going to be over there having their Million Man March. Are you aware of that at the United Nations?
No, we knew.
It's going to be all black people.
Assembly, yeah.
You're going to get your ass kicked.
Farrakhan.
Are you Farrakhan? You know who that is? He's worse than Gigantor. Do you know who Farrakhan is? Do you guys know what you're doing? You're going to go over. You're going to go over to the Million Man March at the United Nations. It's all black guys who are all pissed off at white people.
Really?
Yeah.
I used to work at the UN.
Really?
It's not the same.
That ain't the same.
I don't think she understands. It's today only. It's not all the time.
Yeah, just today.
It's a big rally.
It's a big rally of angry black guys.
Well, inside of the UN is safe.
Yeah, okay, all right, go ahead. You go
Just
over
try
there.
to get there.
Yeah, have your camera ready. You guys are nuts. Don't go to the
Actually,
UN today. Don't listen to me. Don't arigato. Listen to me. Don't go to the UN today for lunch. Go to Planet Hollywood. Go eat those hamburgers. Do you hear what I'm saying? I'm being serious. All right? Unless you want to get yourselves killed
You're
over
going to
there.
get stuck.
What are you, nuts? It's tons of black guys.
Now, nobody's going to get
Something to
killed,
do with-
Howard. You just
Well-
won't be able to get in and get
It's
out.
nothing to do with OJ, right? OJ
Well,
trial.
believe me, it's got everything to do with OJ. Exactly. Oh, yeah. Blacks are very angry people.
Last Sunday, I went to
Excuse me.
They
I
are,
went
except
to
for you, Rob. You're very-
African American church for the first time with my girlfriend in
African
LA.
American what?
Church.
A church.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
You went to an
First
African
time in
American?
LA.
Yeah, church, everybody's friendly.
And it wasn't burning?
Yeah.
CBS was broadcasting the.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, listen, you want to go eat at the UN, go eat at the UN. I don't think your friends here, your compatriots, know exactly what's going on, but go ahead. You want to be
know what?
kamikazes, go ahead.
The Japanese also love jazz.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, just so I can tip you guys off, jazz sucks in this country. Nobody listens to it. Jazz is the worst. All right? Yeah, right. Okay. You got to know one thing I'm saying.
Then what do you play?
What? I don't play anything. I told you I'm the music.
You don't play any music?
You play Marilyn Manson.
Right. I play a lot of Marilyn Manson. All right, listen, I got to get rid of you guys. I can't take it anymore. I want to thank you so much. Good luck with your Japanese broadcast. And look for my movie. And read my books. That's right, yeah. Private Parts. Spread the word. Get on the radio and tell them that, Junior. Okay, thank you. Excellent. Domo arigato.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Sayonara. Sayonara. And oy vey. Oh, whatever that is. Oh, all right. Yeah, that's it. Look at the tiniest people I ever saw. Very. I like you. You married?
No.
I like to have an affair with you.
Thank you.
Really? Let me have your card.
She's giving you a card. You can call.
So I got your number on it?
Yes.
Yeah? You ever make love to a big white guy?
Well.
You would like it, though, right? Of course, a big star like myself.
Jewish man.
You do? No kidding.
Jewish and Japanese are compatible.
Are they? Super. Yeah, we both have small penises. Yeah, I'll come out in the hall and take some pictures with you guys, all right?
Thank you for having me.
Very welcome.
All right, get out already. Oh, man, look at her. What a little body on her. Oof.
Well, the Japanese are well put together.
I'd love to have a little jab.
A little jab.
Oh, man. How degrading.
All right, tell him to cut out the music.
Go up and tell Farrakhan to cut the music.
What is happening there?
Tell him to play violin.
It's on the pile in now.
Piles?
Just like a lot of black guys hanging out.
No, but I meant, is there like a loudspeaker system pumping this music, or is that somebody else's own personal taste?
No, there's a stage. A couple of the people here were upset there aren't any black cops here.
Oh, man.
A couple of people.
Listen, do they have black bullets?
A couple of people there upset.
I don't understand what's going on in my country. Are you people sick out there? Get off the street. Get off the street.
Clear up the traffic.
You're not helping your kind. You're hurting your kind. For crying out loud, a bunch of bananas.
They're also mad there's no toilet facility here.
I got your toilet. Time to go somewhere else.
What are they marching for?
What are they marching for? What do they want this week?
Black Pride.
Huh?
Black Pride, Pat.
The Black Pride, they're just killing their Black Pride. They had Black Pride yesterday. Now they're going to kill it.
All right. There you go. And there's your answer.
Black Pride. What a joke. It's a joke. You guys are all out there. It's all a joke. Crying out loud, you're a disgraziata. And let me tell you something, and this is what hurts me. When you say you're an African-American, half you never saw a zebra's ass. So cut it out.
All right, there you go.
Cut it out.
All right, there you go.
For crying out loud, cut it out.
Cut it out.
You're an American. This is America first.
You're not afraid to talk out.
I'm an American Italian. Who are you kidding me?
Right.
I work for my country.
Yeah, right.
I'm an African American. What a joke.
Right. American African.
That's right.
Right.
That's right. They were born here.
Right. You're right.
You're
going to be ashamed of yourself. John, do me a favor. Quit.
Yeah.
No, it's not that.
All right. Thank you, John.
Okay. No, that's not the case.
What's the case? Open the case and get bombed.
You are considered African American, but you are you have American citizenship.
This guy don't know what he's talking about.
All right.
Hey, there's a thing called suicide.
Right. Okay. All right.
Where do you find these people?
I don't know.
Why do you give them airtime?
Go to the march.
Let me ask you a question, Howard. Why do you give them airtime?
Well, listen, I got to cover these things. I got a news show.
No, but you know something's getting monotonous. The purpose is not,
All right, listen to me.
It's community.
Pat, you're getting crazy now.
I'm not getting crazy. I'm talking to you
You're all
normal.
upset now.
I am upset because it bothers me. You know, there are 30 million Italians here. We don't march nowhere. We go and we eat, we drink, we go to work.
Right.
That's all.
All right, so
these
now
guys
you told the guy.
They want dignity. How can you get dignity? You start busting horns and you tie up traffic.
All right, listen, Pat, relax a second. You're getting all upset. I didn't know this would set you
have
off.
a little fun.
Pat, that'd be the funniest thing I ever heard. Pat will be appearing at the Comedy Loft.
Your brains in your feet.
Yeah, because you march too much. You know what you do? You march, and all your brains went to your feet. That's good, man. I never see you on, Leno. What is going on
Well, we
with
called up and just the girl that answered, she says, send me a tape. I says, what do you want my tape for? She said, I want to know what you do. I said, no, send me your tape. She said, what do you want my tape for? I said, I want to know what you do.
Right.
That's what an insult.
That's
I
good.
Said, you don't want to buy me. If you don't know what I do, what are you doing working for Jay Leno's people?
Yeah.
You should know what's going on in the business.
Well, you've made numerous
I've done
appearances on
Letterman 3-4
Letterman.
times. You know, and also these people, like, they go, why? They don't know. I'm sure Jay don't know what's going on.
Well, listen, it's insulting to a man of your caliber who's been in show business all these years. So all of a sudden they ask for a tape.
Who is this?
They
young
don't know funny. You don't know something? They don't know funny.
I know funny.
Of course you know
do
funny.
Their job.
What would Jay Leno? What? When I heard Jay Leno's show, I would only add to it.
I feel you would contribute in a funny way.
Absolutely. So if you're listening, Jay, do the right thing.
Why call a gentleman and say, "What do you do?"
Yeah.
Right.
That's crazy.
That's terrible. It's embarrassing. Send me a tape.
Send me a tape.
Well,
Go out and find out what
one
you
person
do.
called me up and says, what do you do? I said, I clean fish. She said, we're not interested in cleaning fish.
Right.
Took me serious.
Really?
They're nuts.
They
I'm the
ask
only
you-
sane guy I come to this conclusion about my business. These people here, they're all living in a dream world.
You're right. You're
And when
absolutely
you get
right.
an intern turns around and says, what do you do? That's even twice as embarrassing.
That's very insulting.
What's wrong with going out to the clubs and seeing what people do?
I get a call from a buddy of mine, the secretary says, what is it pertaining to? I said, sucking. She goes, excuse me? I said, sucking. She says, how dare you? As you asked me what it's pertaining to, it's pertaining to sucking.
Right.
Now put on Carmine.
Right.
So she calls up Carmine. She says, this guy insulted me. So he said, what'd you say? I said, tell her it's about sucking. He said, the next time she shouldn't ask you.
Right.
None of your business.
When you get insulted when you call a business and someone says, what does this pertain
That's
to?
none of your, I say,
Right.
none
Why
of
do
your
I got to
business.
tell you for?
Well, I say banging, humping,
Right.
screwing.
Right. You get a little violent.
Oral sex.
Really?
I said, she goes, well, that's harassment. Good.
Good.
Good. Die.
See you in court.
Make me laugh, these people. Everybody's questioning. Nobody does a job.
Right.
Do your job. Shut up. Do your homework. Why are you an agent or why are you in the Leno show? Do your homework before you take over a job.
Right.
No, you come out of college. I'm in show business. Why are you in show business? You played a record called There's No Business Like Show Business. So Leno people hired him and they don't know what to say. Meanwhile, I'm out of a job. I'm out of the exposure that I like to have on his show because I dig his show. But all of a sudden, what do you do? So that means next case.
Now, I would like to give you a copy of my new paperback. It comes out today.
I want the three of them.
You want all three?
Because I must have the three covers.
Really?
Because you want to give me the thing?
Yeah, I
It's
would
gotta
like
be
to
the
give it to
whole
you.
three.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, don't give me nothing.
Right.
When I give you my record, I give it to all of them.
Yeah, look at that. There
That's
it is.
one.
That's one. I'll get you
And
another
you got to
two.
sign them all.
I'm going to sign them to you.
What do you think?
Hey, you're a great guy. I'll sign them to you.
Well, you're my friend.
Right.
We have
You see,
to
I
do
treat
things
you
that
with
are nice.
respect, not like Leno.
Well, you know why? Because
Right.
you know why? You know I'm a talented man.
Yeah.
You think I come over here? I want to come here and score.
Yeah.
I don't come here and take advantage. I want to score.
Every time you come
Are
here,
we
you
on
put your...
television, by the
Yeah,
way?
yes, we are.
You sure?
Yeah.
Am I getting good close-ups?
Yeah. All right, let's get to the rest of the news. Russ
Yeah,
will be here all
sure.
day.
I'll be here all
right,
day. I
go
wanna
ahead.
go
Pat
home,
Cooper
too.
is here. It's fun.
Fun.
It's the first anniversary of the Million Man March on
brother.
Washington, the Day of
brother.
Atonement, declared by Louis Farrakhan,
Yeah,
leader
right.
of the Nation of Islam.
Yeah.
And they are commemorating that day with a big rally at the United Nations.
Remember the last rally the Italians had? They shot Colombo.
Right.
How come they don't shoot these people?
Colombo?
Yeah, they shot Joe Colombo.
You're really angry about this.
I think it's a disgrace. I think it's a waste of time.
You
I
do.
think I think there are more important things that they can do politically,
Right.
rather than turn around and keep marching and marching and marching. I don't understand it.
All right.
Why don't they do something more constructive?
Who are these people you're talking about?
The people at the march.
The marching, the mile march, the half a mile march. Once they walked out, you know how they get attention? Walk backwards.
Right.
This way they can come where they came from.
All
All right, let's talk about what they're doing over there. They're expecting, 5 to 10,000 people, they say. The Minister Farrakhan has asked the Jewish people to join him.
What Jew would go there?
Love
What a joke.
to speak to them.
Barbara Walters will join him.
Right.
Barbara Walters should join him.
Yeah.
Where are the high Jewish archery that they call her up and say,
Archery?
what the hell are you doing?
All right, well, she
interviewing this guy?"
wanted the interview. What can I say?
I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead.
tired of
Jewish
that.
archery?
Yeah. Hierarchy.
Hierarchy.
What the hell is it? If I start speaking English, I'll be out of a job.
Right, I understand what you're talking about.
Hierarchy.
Right, hierarchy.
Is that hierarchy?
Yeah, hierarchy.
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 Look at this. I look like an English teacher here.
Yeah. Well, Pat, there's a guy on the phone who is upset. He's a black gentleman. Says maybe some of the things you're saying aren't right. You want to take it on
Yes.
a little bit? Okay, all right. You'll entertain that. This is Ken. Ken, go ahead.
Yeah, Howard.
Yes.
This guy, this Pasquale character.
What do you mean, this guy? I'm a human being, pal. Don't give me this guy crap. I'm not afraid of your crap.
How come you changed
this
the name?
guy.
How come you talk about...
Because I couldn't get a job 40 years ago at Pasquale Caputo. Use your brains.
That's right, 'cause nobody
Go to
wants to
school.
deal with you damn
How
goodies.
dare you? How
Nobody wants
dare
to
you?
deal with you
When people
rich
stand up to you,
gotta
you're
find
right
out
away, you
what to do
panic.
with people.
You can't take it, pal.
The Italians are savages.
Nah, you're a
The Italians
savage.
are savages. All
Yeah.
you do is kill people.
I don't kill
When you got a
nobody,
power,
pal.
You put a bullet through their head.
Yeah, I know.
That's how you deal. We
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Way.
You ought to be
All
ashamed
you do
wasting
is
time on
kill
street
people.
corners.
Change your name. We can't change our name.
You did change your name. You call yourself Mahama Mahoma. That's all you guys call yourself. It's Mahama Ali Malama. What the hell happened to Joe Smith?
Howard, what is my name?
Your name is Mahama Mahimi.
My name, Howard.
Get off my back. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, changing names.
Fall down.
Yeah. I got your bells hanging here.
Right, there you go.
I love these guys. You know something? I'm going to tell you something.
Go ahead.
This is getting on my nerves.
Go ahead.
We got to be afraid to stand up to anybody.
Right.
So the minute you stand up to them, you're against black. That's not a con job.
Right.
I don't like. I say my God is in my soul.
Right.
I don't need any kind of a kind of crap on my head to turn around and say Mahama Mahami.
Right.
Get on a camel.
Well, I guess the guy's point was that you could change your name and get work. He can't change his skin color.
Yes, he can.
Oh,
Yes, he can. It's called dignity and pride.
Right.
It's called not turning around and marching and marching and marching.
Right.
No, he can't get a job because
Right.
he's always marching.
Right.
If he stopped there, maybe he get a job. Like that guy who ran. He stopped for the wings. He got arrested.
Right. All right. Now let's continue. You're right. You made your point.
Where
That's
do you
it.
find these guys?
I don't know. I don't even hear one word that guy said.
Nobody. You know why?
Why? You were
know,
talking
no,
over him.
No.
Right.
Listen.
That
to me.
wasn't it.
We all have rights, Howard. No
Right.
one's saying we don't. But when we turn around and shove it down other people's throat,
It's bad.
There's a nice way of doing it. Mr. Farrakhan wants to go back with the Jews after you bind it. Who are you?
Exactly.
Who are you?
All right.
How dare you?
Let's go on with the news.
Yeah, go ahead.
You
Well,
covered
I was
that. All right,
on the
go ahead.
news.
Yeah.
Tonight's
covered
final presidential debate.
Yeah. Oh, by the way,
What?
I was wait a minute. Wait a minute. I was the Grand Marshal of the Newark Parade, Columbus Day Parade Sunday. My friend Ace Alanya made me the
Congratulations, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bob Dole comes off the bus.
Go ahead.
You got to know about my ego. I don't know if that Bob Dole knows me.
Right.
I go, Mr. Senator, how are you? He goes, Pat, how are you? You got any good jokes? I say, yeah, you're going to win.
Ah, that's good.
And he screamed.
He liked it.
Yeah, it was great.
So what are you going to vote for him?
I ain't voting for nobody yet.
Really?
I'll let you know. I'm waiting for
Are you
my out-of-town thing. What do
You know,
call it?
you're an
I vote
intelligent
every
guy.
year.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why you're intelligent. Most people I talk to, they already have an opinion made. You're waiting till the end to make your opinion, right? You're waiting now.
Sway him.
What was sway? Are you leaning toward anybody?
You know what bothers me?
Yeah.
It's when they both say things that they're both hypocrites.
Right.
And I'm always saying, like, I got to vote for. I'm voting for a hypocrite.
Right.
I don't know what I'm doing. I said, well, you got to take somebody's. But hey, the guy's a president. Whoever's the president, you got to. Why
Are
don't we
you
stuck?
saying you're going to go in at the last minute and when
No,
you're
I'm
looking?
waiting for my ballot to come from Vegas because I'm
Yeah.
really
Absentee ballot.
See, I want to know. See,
I think you're voting for Clinton. I think that's what you're saying.
Well,
But
right now,
Dole
I don't
laughed at
know.
his
I don't know.
joke.
You see what's wrong with us?
Don't laugh at your joke, though.
You know what's wrong with us? We vote for good looks. We don't vote for
Nah,
intelligence.
come on, you're voting on the abortion issue. You don't.
I don't discuss.
You want a woman
abortion.
to choose.
I do, absolutely.
Right,
It's
so?
their body.
Right.
How dare anybody say you're killing a hymen here? What do you
Right.
call those things that they're killing?
Right.
Fetus.
Fetus.
What do you
Why
call it?
We never heard of a hymen.
A Herman.
We never heard of a fetus.
A hymen.
Do you know years ago we never heard of a void fetus?
Yeah, you know-
We were nice and happy.
Right.
You had a woman come over, there was the baby, everybody was
There was
happy.
no such
Now
thing
you
as a
got
fetus.
insurance, you got 9,000 people, 85-inch televisions,
Right.
the Lotus and Ladders and Looters. Who the hell cares?
All right, listen, let's go on with the news. Forget it.
we
You're
are
getting all
in the
upset.
news.
That's it. Go ahead. But then around 5 o'clock, I finally got to her after like tons of nagging. I said, I thought it was going to be spontaneous. She goes, well, I'm sorry, I'm busy. And I said, come on, put on your stupid teddy and let's see what happens. And she put on the teddy and she gave me, she used her mouth.
Really?
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
did she?
Yeah.
No.
I gave her everything. Not a blessing. We had a great time yesterday. And then that's why I was all relaxed. I went right to sleep.
That's the first, right?
No, she did it once before.
And how did she make faces this
Loved it. Loved it. Every girl would love that. Are you kidding? I'm famous.
You went too far. Now we know you're lying.
Oh, man. Listen.
You know, I've been gone a week. Any progress on the back door?
Yeah, I'm making progress, but I'm not.
Still hasn't swung open yet.
There hasn't been a moon landing. Let's put it that way.
No giant step for me.
No, nothing like that.
No one great leap.
Right.
So I didn't miss anything.
No, you didn't miss much. You didn't miss much on that front. On other fronts, you might have missed stuff.
I could have stayed out a year.
Yeah. 1 second. Hey, what do you want?
Well, I want to know why you constantly ditching Bob Dole. If you think about it, you have to, okay?
Yeah.
If it wasn't for him and men like him, your father's ass would have been in the ovens at Treblinka or one of them Holocaust.
Hey, let me tell you something. War too, you scumbag bastard. What do you think Bob Dole was the only guy who fought in that war? You ought to kiss my ass, you scumbag, rat bastard, Jap bastard. You heard what I said, you piece of garbage. What army were you in, you scumbag? I was in Vietnam, you piece of garbage. You piece of crap.
Oh, get lost.
I took care of him.
That was a very intelligent conversation.
Told him off.
That was better than the debate last night.
Yeah, that's the way the debate should sound. Yeah. You see, then people would tune in.
Yes.
Why don't they let me debate? Bert.
In that bag?
Bert, you're on the air.
Hey.
Hey.
How you doing?
Not good, obviously.
Not good?
Right.
Well, I feel like everything's going fine.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, who?
You're happy.
No, the FCC didn't fine you.
All right.
No,
hey,
it didn't.
You weren't fined by the government for the 19th billionth time, you jerk off.
Oh, yeah, I'm a jerk off, right.
Well, what can I do for you?
What do you mean what you can do for me? Everything, always, all the time, it's for Howard. How about for everybody else? You know, all the Americans out there.
What about it? I'm fighting for you.
Well, you're fighting for me.
Well, you think if I don't have free speech, you're not going to have free speech?
No, I don't.
You don't?
What? No.
So if they take his free speech away, you'll still have yours.
Well, you know, they just take away my guns and everything, but you know, Howard can still
Who
have...
took away your guns? No one took away your guns, you retard.
They want to tag my gunpowder. They want to put all these fees and everything on me, have an arsenal license for having more than 1,000 rounds of ammunition. What kind of right is that?
You know, are you in a wheelchair?
Sure I am.
Are you really?
Yes, I am.
Good, then I'll fight you. Come down here. I'm going to kick your ass. I'm going to challenge you to a duel.
A shoot-off.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't want to shoot anybody. All I want to do is shoot a lousy piece of paper. I don't even want to hunt animals, you know?
All right, listen.
Target practice.
I'm not even sure what your issue is.
He's into the gun thing. He's like, you're not the only one having your rights taken away from you.
Dude, I think it's a little different. I think, first of all, man, that I am this guy doing a radio show, minding my own business, and the government is repeatedly fining me millions of dollars when all the other radio guys aren't being touched.
No one ever died from anything that was said.
Yeah.
Oh, no one ever died from it. No, people just hear things said to them, they go in the closet and kill themselves.
Well, that's not the words killing them.
Dude, wait a second, let me understand the purpose of your phone call. You're mad at me because I'm talking about my FCC problem?
And not guns.
And not guns?
No, just everything, you know. You talk about all your problems.
Dude, you can have guns in this country. I got guns. I got tons of guns. I got more guns than you. Guns. Yeah, you big pussy. Come down here. I'll blow your brains out.
What do you have, a water pistol?
I'll tell you what I got. I got a 32 Sea Camp. I got a
no such animal.
Get out of here. You don't know anything about guns.
32 CKF. Oh,
no, a Sea Camp, you retard.
You better get a couple of books and start studying.
You know what a Sea Camp is?
Yeah, Sea Camp.
What is a Sea Camp?
Start pronouncing your words.
That's an automatic weapon, you ass.
Automatic. Nobody is allowed to have a fully automatic weapon.
I got one.
Oh, you got one?
I'd like to blow your brains out with it.
Get arrested.
That's right. Come on down here. I'll shoot you with it.
ATF better be knocking on your door.
Good. I want to see them.
Oh, there'll be a siege at Chase Dirt.
The only weapon
I got rifles.
You got shortchanged even in a weapon.
I got rifles and I got
handguns.
I got handguns.
Yeah, sure you do. You got a handgun.
I got a Smith & Wesson, buddy. I got a Smith & Wesson that I would like to stick in your mouth and blow your head off.
Colt 45.
I got a Colt 45 too.
Yeah, Colt 45. That's a beer can.
Yeah, I got that too.
You got all these little things stuck in your hand.
You
like little
son of a bitch, rat bastard. I wish I could take you. You know,
Why are we arguing with this guy?
I don't know.
even know.
This guy says I don't know what I'm talking about.
You rat bastard.
I've got a brown belt. I got it all.
Brown belt. I got a black belt on right now.
Yeah?
Just holding my pants up.
No, you got a black belt that straps you into that wheelchair you're in.
Sure, you know it.
You ought to take your gun and shoot yourself in the foot. You wouldn't feel it.
How'd you wind up in the wheelchair?
Unfortunately, I was in a car accident.
Yeah, well, maybe it's time you did yourself in.
Oh, stop that.
I'm going to do myself in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right up into New York.
All right, come down here. I'll challenge you to a fist fight.
It's hard to tell.
Got in a
Hard
car
to believe
accident.
A guy in a wheelchair. What's wrong with you?
No, it was funny. I was challenging him to fight. I asked him if he's in a wheelchair, and ironically, he was. I was like, well, if you're in a wheelchair, I'll fight you. Because I'm not good at fighting guys who have legs.
You think you have better luck with the wheelchair
Yeah,
bound?
I got to be able to beat him up. I can run away from him.
You got more mobility.
Yeah. What luck? The guy was in a wheelchair.
I'm just sitting there thinking, like you're in a wheelchair and you like to, your thing is to shoot guns.
Well, come on.
What else you got?
How else are you going to prove yourself?
I'm going to kickbox.
I don't know. I'm just depressed, man. You know what? I'm probably on Monday I could do a real angry rap about this, but right now I'm just too worn out from the whole damn thing. Yesterday on the phone about this all day. I'm so sick of it. I thought it was a thing of the past. All right, one more call on this, and then I don't want to talk about it anymore. Michael, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard, how about doing a debate, on pay-per-view? You
With
and the
who?
head of the FCC?
With who?
You and the head of the FCC.
Yeah, okay.
What good will that do?
Make some money for me.
Yeah, hell. Maybe...
How about I go on pay-per-view and debate you?
Somebody's
Hey, how
going to
about
pay
that,
to see some boring guy from the FCC?
Yeah, and I'm sure the guy from the FCC wants to be on pay-per-view with me.
Hey, he needs some money, too.
All right. Thanks for the ideas. It's a fascinating audience we have.
Yeah, they've solved the problem. I'm glad you took the problem to them.
I wish like all the lawyers in our audience would fit. How come everyone always says class action suits? Why can't all my audience sue the government? You can't even sue the government, I don't think. Or something. What is it, Baba Bluely?
No, it's just funny. I'm going through your mail today, and we got this letter from a librarian.
Yeah.
Talk about your book.
Yeah.
Saying that, explaining to you why it shouldn't be in libraries, public libraries.
Why my book shouldn't be?
Right.
Yeah.
She starts reporting, anybody can find a weird study.
Yeah.
Get what they want. So she starts reporting that when kids are at a certain age, if they see anything that's sexually oriented, there's a chemical that's released in their brain, and it becomes virtually impossible to erase the memory.
Yeah,
so if kids see your book, they're scarred for life.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
It's all part of the same idea.
Yeah, well. There's all kind of kooks running around out there. By the way,
That's the only thing you can say to that.
my paperback is out. I should mention that. It's out in the
Speaking of
stores.
scarring.
Yeah. You want to scar your kids? Give them my paperback.